Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome inside Dakota High School, home of the Cougars, as they get set to clash with the Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils in girls varsity basketball, a matchup within the MAC Red. Dakota coming into play with a 7-2 record, 1-0 in MAC Red play. Grosse Pointe South going in the opposite direction with a record of 1-6, 0-2 in MAC Red play. The Blue Devils have lost 4 straight. Dakota, winners of 4 straight. Cougars in their home white jerseys win the opening tap. It'll be Simone Andrews, the sophomore, to hold it. She gets to start along with Ella Berger, Marissa Toko, Tamia Townsell, and Hannah Tuton. It'll be Simone Andrews who officially gets us started here. Ooh, a near steal there by Ella Berger. Blue Devils able to beat the full court pressure. Will not be a turnover. It will stay with Grosse Pointe South as the ball is finally tapped out of bounds, last touched by the Cougars. Grosse Pointe South, under the guidance of head coach Kevin Richards, starts Madison Bernard, Bella Devereaux, Olivia Bachert, Cameron Richards, and Elsa Bachert. Just one senior in this Grosse Pointe South lineup. It'll be Cameron Richards. Drives baseline, pulls up, in and out. The shot rolled all the way around the rim before falling into the hands of senior captain Ella Berger. Floats one up, that touched rim. She was looking to go inside of Hannah Tuton. Pass too tall for the senior captain. This is a Dakota squad that has 4 senior captains. And right now they have the Blue Devils in all kinds of trouble as Bernard stepped on the end line. So a turnover there for Grosse Pointe South. Back-to-back turnovers will give possession of the basketball over to Dakota. 2-0 early goings here. Pass comes out. Three-pointer on the way from Toko. She hits. Outside shot specialist, and Dakota clamps down on that full court pressure. Bernard, the freshman, able to beat it. Floats up a shot. Might have been swatted away by Tuton. And now Bernard stepped on the out of bounds after picking up that loose ball. Tuton, the big inside presence for this Phil McCune coach Dakota squad. Terrific post player offensively, but also gets the job done defensively, altering shots, blocking shots, and grabbing all kinds of rebounds. This is a Grosse Pointe South squad that has really struggled to get things going offensively, averaging just over 39 points per game, held scoreless for nearly a minute and a half of play here tonight. Bernard pulls up, dishes a pass over to Richards, goes back up top to Bernard. Long three off the back heel and out. Controlled there by Andrews. Andrews up ahead to Tuton. Tuton drives in strong, drew contact, no call. Cameron Richards, the senior, up ahead. Outlets to Bernard on the right wing, tapped out of bounds. Quick hands by Ella Berger, the defender nearest to the basketball. 6:09 remaining the first quarter of play. Cougars up on top 5-0. Bernard to trigger, floats in a pass to Elsa Bachert. Another long-range three, wide right. Cougars looking to push. Berger goes in with the ball fake, draws contact, and will shoot 2. Get the sense that the Cougars really starting to dictate play here, clamping down defensively and getting it out in transition. It's a Cougar squad that likes to run. Just not sure if South has the firepower to match that energy here tonight. Ella Berger's first free throw is good. Lead extended now to 6-0. Last time we saw this Cougar team, it was in the rivalry matchup with Chippewa Valley, and they got out in front and never looked back. That was a 63-11 victory. We mentioned the Cougars winners of 4 straight, including their last matchup, which was a crossover with the Oakland Activities School, Birmingham Seaholm. That was a 60-29 victory here at home. Cougars are a perfect 3-0 in their home gym. Another trap in the backcourt. Cameron Richards able to somehow beat it. Goes up, stripped of the basketball. Her teammate comes in to pick it up, but instead it'll be Ella Berger to rip down the defensive rebound. Marissa Toko to throw it in, finds Simone Andrews. Super sophomore for head coach Phil McCune. Crossover dribble, draws a little bit of a double team. We'll defer instead to Marissa Toko, who goes cross court with it. Ella Berger, pull up jumper, no good. Simone Andrews battling for it below with Cameron Richards. And they're gonna say last touched by Dakota. This full court pressure presented the Big Reds with all kinds of problems, and then through the early goings, it looks like Grosse Pointe South is struggling. Cameron Richards with that big leg brace on, kind of went down in a big ball and stayed down momentarily. She appears to be okay. She's gonna try to walk it off. Elsa Bockert crosses over the timeline, flips a pass to Richards. Richards into the corner, driving into the paint, but gets cut off by Andrews. Andrews coast to coast. It's Tamia Townsell, who missed most of last season with a knee injury. She took a tumble on that fast break. She's back up on her 2 feet and appears to be fine. Berger into the corner, was going down low to Toutant. Pass wasn't clean and sailed out of bounds. So 3 minutes gone by, 7-0 the lead for Dakota. As we mentioned, Grosse Pointe South struggles offensively. That is not the case with Dakota. Dakota, nearly 58 points per game. That's tops in all of the MAC Red. Timeout called by the home bench. It'll be a 30-second timeout for the Cougars. They are in front, 7-0. So a little bit of a strange schedule quirk for Dakota. The fact that they have only played one MAC Red contest this season. All the other schools have played at least 2. Dakota's lone MAC Red win was against Eisenhower, 72-53, the final score in that one. So technically, Dakota's 1 game back of Port Huron, who's off to a perfect 3-0 start in MAC Red play. Grosse Pointe North, the Blue Devils' arch rivals, are a perfect 2-0 and are half game back of Port Huron. Pass comes inside to Toutant, trying to work her way around a defender. Went up with the shot and couldn't connect. Bernard has it. Into the corner, triple try on the way, misses everything, and Berger comes down with it. Berger looking to press, a little 4-on-2. Inside, slide it away. Townsell rejected there by the Blue Devils. Euro stepping through the lane, draws contact, and will shoot 2. Cameron Richards, a 5'6" senior guard, will go to the line. First foul on Toutant, second team foul on the Cougars. So Grosse Pointe South looking to get onto the scoreboard. As Richards watches her first fall off the side of the rim. Her second is nothing but net. So the Blue Devils on the board, trail 7-1. Berger slows things down, diagonal pass across to Toko. Toko to Toutant, back out. 3 on the way for Berger. Hits the side of the backboard and comes out. Grosse Pointe South beats the initial pressure. Inside to Bernard, goes up and under, no good. Tapped around and out for Berger. Berger slows things down, waits for some trailing teammates, dribbles into some pressure, and now they'll float it out to the perimeter. 3 on the way for Berger, short. Long rebound comes out to the Blue Devils. They push it forward. Richards outlets ahead to Bernard. Bernard had it tapped off of her hands by Andrews. Andrews unable to corral that ball. He'll go out of bounds, and we'll stay with Grosse Pointe South. Olivia DeMuzio into the game, along with number 10, Ava Sogren. Sogren and DeMuzio into the game for Grosse Pointe South. Angela Petrovich, the lone sub for Dakota. A little bit of a missed assignment there on the inbound pass. It'll be Olivia Bucker, the first true basket of the game for Grosse Pointe South. Andrews hands off to Petrovich. Petrovich stutter stepped and traveled. It'll be Gracie Maloney into the game. Maloney comes in and immediately applies that full court pressure. Richards able to beat it, hits it across the timeline. Richards trying to change directions. Instead, will have her pass intercepted by Andrews. Andrews pushes it ahead. A little back tap there by DeMuzio. And DeMuzio stepped on the sideline. So a little bit of sloppy play all of a sudden. Devereaux, the starter, checking back into the game. So it was a brief entrance and exit for DeMuzio. Petrovich over to Maloney, telegraph pass, nearly intercepted. Pass was tapped out of bounds. Coach Richards wanted possession. He won't get that call. Toko over to Andrews. Andrews looks up. Goes to her left side, changes direction now. Gets a screen from Touton. Goes over to Touton on the pick and roll, and instead the pass is intercepted. Sogren. Devereaux battles along with Andrews, and Andrews wins it. Toko puts on the brakes, floats a pass over to Touton. Touton drives in, and once again has the ball stripped out of her hands. Bernard, the other way, in transition, floats up a shot kind roll, and oh boy, she hurt herself. She immediately grabs her knee. It was an awkward angle shot. And she is continuing to lay on her back, holding on to her right knee, being tended to by the training staff as well as her head coach. So 7-5 your score. Bernard with that latest bucket. 5'8" freshman went down awkwardly, appears to have injured her right knee. So we mentioned Dakota 1-0, Grosse Pointe North 2-0, and Port Huron 3-0. The rest of the MAC Red currently 0-2, which includes Eisenhower, Port Huron Northern, and this Grosse Pointe South squad. Round of applause you hear is for Madison Bernard, unable to put any sort of pressure on that right knee as she is helped off the floor and will go straight, it looks like, perhaps into the locker room. So thoughts to the young lady. Hopefully it's not too serious of an injury. Terrific individual effort to even get that shot up as she was falling to the floor. Boy, oh boy, Cameron Richards, who already wears a knee brace on her left knee. She's on the floor currently for Grosse Pointe South, and she has tears in her eyes. She clearly feels for her teammate Madison Bernard. I'm sure it's a very similar feeling for Cameron Richards, who's more than likely been there before. And it's a tough spot for head coach Kevin Richards, and he will call a timeout and group his girls together and talk things over. Give them just a chance to catch their breath here. Bernard did not go into the locker room. She's over on the bleachers on the Grosse Pointe side. Give her a big bag of ice to apply to that knee. Good show of sportsmanship by Dakota as they clap their hands for Madison Bernard. They break their huddle. Cougars out in front 7-5. 2:24 left to go in the opening quarter of play. So glad you decided to tune us in tonight here on Chippewa Valley Cable Television. I'm Brad Fetters. Flying solo tonight. This is game one of a doubleheader. The Dakota boys team will play directly after this game. They're taking on Lance Cruz North in a MAC Red contest. If you want to check that one out, you can online. Chippewa Valley Cable, Chippewa Valley Sports on YouTube. Our two teams playing a lot of basketball this winter. We'll be bringing you the sights and sounds all season long. Couple subs into the game for Dakota. Tambry Williams, she wears 33 in white. She's involved almost immediately with the block shot. Petrovic up the head to Berger. Berger dangerous from long range. She has 2 points, drives to the lane, goes up with a little bit of a runner, no good. Rebound there by Tambry Williams, the sophomore. So this Cougar squad dangerous because they can bring some really good pieces off the bench. Tambry Williams, obviously one of them. And a terrific individual effort by Richards, can't get the floater to fall. And I'll say last touch by the Blue Devils. Grosse Pointe South going to apply a little bit of full court pressure themselves. Berger holds the basketball above her head and then goes. Has to pick up the dribble. He's looking for Williams. Instead, Solgren for Grosse Pointe South picks up that loose ball and probably should just let that ball sail out of bounds. Instead, it comes all the way out to Berger. Fires a pass. Was looking for Franzoni, who's now into the game. May Franzoni, a senior for Dakota, wears 3 in white. I'm going to get an offensive foul, a little bit of a push-off. We're going to get Franzoni for the push-off. So basketball over to Grosse Pointe South. Richards, cross court to Stoller. Up ahead to Devereaux, back tapped out once again. Rolls all the way over to Tambry Williams. Here comes the Cougars now, under a minute left to go in the first quarter of play. 9-5 your score. Berger all the way in, scoops, can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound by Maloney. Petrovic has it, hands off to Franzoni. Back to Petrovic. Petrovic straight away. Dribbles in between the circles, crosses over, being harassed there by Devereaux. Gets it right back. They swing it into the corner for Berger, and Berger bounced the ball off the sideline. So unfortunate turnover for the Cougars. Just under 32 seconds now remaining in the first quarter. And a pass over the timeline, and another turnover. Cougars, including Berger, go up with it, and Berger will earn 2 at the line. 4 different Cougars have factored into the scoring here tonight. Toko knocking down a 3-pointer. Simone Andrews and Tambry Williams with a couple buckets. And Ella Berger has 2 points via 2 free throws. Berger's first is pure. Second off the back heel. South has had problems throughout this first quarter with that Dakota pressure. Richards all the way in. Counted and the foul. Could hear her head coach Kevin Richards urging Cameron to keep attacking. She is a player in this Grosse Pointe South lineup that has the most experience. 5'6" senior. Looking to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Can't get the fall, but gets her own rebound. Doesn't have to hurry, has plenty of time, under 14 seconds. Into the corner, long-range three is no good. Another offensive rebound for the Blue Devils. This time they're gonna have to hurry. Down to 4 seconds left on the clock and out of bounds. 1 second left to go. This is gonna have to be basically a full court heave. They're going to go with the long pass instead. It's intercepted. This will not count, even if it fell. And after 1 quarter of play, the Dakota Cougars out in front of the visitors from Grosse Pointe South. Your score, 10-7. We'll take a quick break here on Chippewa Valley Cable Television, but when we come back, it'll be the start of the second quarter of play.
40% of teenagers surveyed thought that using someone else's prescription medications was perfectly safe, but the truth is prescription overdoses increased 25% in the last 3 years, and it's become the second leading cause of accidental death in the United States. If you have unused medications at home, know that there are safe disposal methods. Contact your sheriff's office or log on to the FDA website. Secure your drugs and let's prevent teenage prescription drug abuse.
Welcome back inside the gymnasium here at Dakota High School. I'm Brad Fetters for Chippewa Valley Cable Television. Nearly set to go. Second quarter of play in this girls' varsity contest between the home Dakota Cougars and the Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils. Cougars got out in front, and Grosse Pointe South has scratched and clawed their way back into this contest. Trail now just by 3 points. Turnovers beginning to pile up for the Blue Devils, however. Touton up ahead to Berger. Berger drives baseline. Oh, good feed inside to Townsell. Nice dime off the right hand of Ella Berger. Grosse Pointe South has had all kinds of problems with this full court pressure. Blue Devils looking for a signature win. It's been a struggle all season long. Their lone victory on the season, a 54-36 win over the Romeo Bulldogs. Townsell knocked down. A very physical game. Grosse Pointe South lost the service of Madison Bernard early on in the quarter. She's back on the bench with ice on that right knee. Scary injury as she went crashing down to the floor. Touton, little spin move, goes up strong with the left hand, no good. And now a quick turnover there as Ella Berger stepped into a passing lane. Might have got away with a little bit of a travel there. Instead, they'll say it was touched by Grosse Pointe South. It'll be Berger to trigger underneath her basket. Finds Andrews. That's a three, it's no good. Touton comes down with the rebound. Toko launches, no good. All of a sudden, the Cougars own the glass. Berger, no good. And a rip through by Townsell. And finally, the Blue Devils exit the scrum with the basketball. Numerous chances on the offensive end there for the Cougars. Richards being aggressive. That's what her coach asked. This time, DeMuzio over to Richards. Can't get the layup to fall. Real frantic pace now being played by both teams. Numbers here for the Cougars if they hurry. Touton instead will go over to Berger. Triple try, in and out. Touton comes down with the offensive board. Battle for it, and she creates some separation. Andrews, foot on the line, two, off the back heel. Out of bounds, last touch Cougars. Dakota, numerous chances on the offensive end, but nothing to show for it. Their basket here in the second quarter, the lone basket of the quarter. Scored 12-7 with 6:18 left to go in the first half. Another dangerous pass, a turnover. Berger and one. Berger with a team high 5 points. Looking to make it 6. Looking to increase the lead now for the Cougars. They've doubled up Grosse Pointe South, and the Blue Devils want a timeout. Cougars in front 14-7. 6:13 remaining in the first half of play. Ella Berger to the line to complete the 3-point play. So we mentioned Dakota on that 4-game winning streak. They beat up on Birmingham Seaholm. We mentioned their win on the road to kick off MAC Red play over Utica Eisenhower. In this 4-game winning streak, they've also beat Utica Ford, as well as Southfield Arts and Technology. So Cougars play a couple Oakland County teams, including South Lyon East. South Lyon East, one of the 2 losses for Dakota on the season, the other belonging to the Utica Chieftains. So Berger's free throw no good. Townsell initially came down with the rebound. Watched it roll off her fingers and out of bounds. So Grosse Pointe South with the basketball. Devereaux trying to dribble out of that pressure. Gets cut off, picks up the dribble. Muzio, bounce pass inside. Bockert went up with the shot, no good. Andrews up ahead to Berger, waits for her trailing teammate in the form of Hannah Toutant. Toutant to the left-hand side. Her first basket of the game. 6-0 run to start the second quarter of play. Cut off by Berger, out of bounds. Grosse Pointe South currently with 6 players on the floor. So Elsa Bockert out. Bring Ava Sogren into the game. And a tie up. Possession arrow favors the Cougars. Coach Richards really wants a foul call there, working the official on that far sideline, working him all the way down to the baseline. Andrews catches in front of the Blue Devil bench, changes directions, goes over to Berger. Looking to go inside to Townsell, and Townsell unable to catch that pass cleanly. And watch the ball bounce off her knee and out of bounds. So the Cougars not only scoring well at 57.6 points per game, but are only giving up 38. So really getting it done on both ends of the floor. Marissa Toko bombs away, knocks it down. Her second triple of the ball game. 9-0 run. It's extended that lead to 12 points, and now we're going to get a carry call on Cameron Richards. Five minutes exactly now remaining in the first half. Toko back over to Andrews. Andrews gets cut off, so she'll go outside to Berger. Ball fake, got fouled in the act of shooting. Sogren grabbed a hold of Berger, prevented an easy look, and instead Berger will go to the line to shoot 2. Berger's first is good. 6th foul on Grosse Pointe South. So bonus basketball the rest of the way for Dakota. Second is good for Berger. Gives her 4 in this quarter, 7 in the ball game. And now she's going to pick up a foul. Second personal on the senior captain, Elleberger. And Coach McCune going to pull her out of the game with those 2 fouls. It's replaced in the lineup by sophomore Gracie Malone. Dangerous pass, tapped away by Townsell. She cleans it up. We'll see if the offense goes through Toko or Andrews here. Now with Berger on the bench. Townsell goes up strong with the 2, no good. Defensive rebound by Sogren. And we got another Grosse Pointe South player injured. Looks like she may have jammed a finger. That was Olivia Demuzio. Demuzio letting her assistant coach know exactly what happened. She says she's fine. She's shaking off any sort of help from the athletic trainer. Looks like she either jammed a finger or perhaps even her wrist. Up at Grosse Pointe South, missing the point blank shot. Sogren unable to cash in. (21-7) your score remains. 4:20 now left to go in the second quarter. Olivia Bachert to shoot 2. Bachert, one of the 3 baskets made in this game for Grosse Pointe South, as they're finally on the scoreboard here in the second quarter. Bachert, a 5'10" junior. Younger sister Elsa is also 5'10", but a sophomore. Andrews over to Toko. Quick shovel pass to Townsell. Townsell gets cut off, but bombs away again for Toko. Her third 3 of the game. She's on fire. Richards had her shot altered once again by Toutant. They kick it out. A loose ball, battle for it. Possession arrow gonna stay with Grosse Pointe South, as Maloney and Devereaux came together that time. Into the corner, Richards gonna get a blocking call against Townsell. Townsell trying to use that baseline to her advantage, instead gets called for the blocking foul. Just the first on Townsell, 7th team foul on Dakota. So Richards now will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Richards spins the basketball and goes up with the first, hits it, so earns a second. Richards' second is no good. Tracked down by Townsell. Townsell going to take the basketball herself. Nope, she's going to give over to Andrews. Andrews up ahead to Toko. Townsell now tries to split between 2 Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils. No call. Referee's going to let them play on. Richards behind the back. Oh, what a play there. Triple try. Corner pocket is good. Isabel Stoller. That's a big basket there for Grosse Pointe South. 24-12 now. Toko forced to pick up her dribble. Goes over to Andrews. Andrews back to Toko. Inside to Maloney. Townsell. Goes up with the right hand, no good. Grabs down her own rebound. Has it ripped out of her hands. She glares at the referee, and now we're gonna get a technical foul call. I think they're gonna get Ava Sogren for a technical foul. Kevin Richards, the head coach, pleading his case. He wants the referee to know that Sogren had the basketball and attempted to walk away. Sogren's third foul. So Toko to shoot the technical free throws, and the Cougars will also get the basketball. Toko's first is no good. Second is good, however. So Toko all the way up to 10 points now in the basketball game. So basketball to Dakota after the technical foul. Andrews, a little hesitation move. Picks up her dribble. Over to Toko. She's found her hot spot. She's camped out there right now. Unable to catch that pass cleanly. Goes over to Gracie Maloney instead. Maloney draws a double team. Andrews over to Toko. She hoists. Can't hit this time. A little bit of a heat check, perhaps. And now we're going to get a foul called against Dakota. So this will put Grosse Pointe South back on the line. Townsell's second. Cougar faithful in attendance. Didn't like that call. Some may even think it may be a little bit of a makeup call, perhaps. Stoller toes the line. Goes up high with an arcing free throw, no good. Maloney comes down with it. Over to Andrews. Andrews changing direction. Now kind of caught in no man's land. A little skip past the two-time. It's not where you want two-time, beyond the arc. Toko able to get that ball before it crossed over the timeline. Pull up three on the way from Richards is good. And Coach McCune wants a timeout. As all of a sudden, Grosse Pointe South has gone on a little bit of a mini run. They trail by 10, 25-15 your score, 2:12 remaining in the first half. A couple three-point baskets from the Blue Devils. Stoller and the latest from Cameron Richards. Richards leads all Blue Devils in scoring with 7. That's a Grosse Pointe South team a year ago that finished 15-4, including an 8-2 record in MAC Red play. Finished just behind their arch rival, the Grosse Pointe North Norsemen, in the MAC Red standings. And then the playoffs came around, and Grosse Pointe South got a little bit of revenge as they won the district championship over Grosse Pointe North before losing in the regionals to eventual state runner-up Detroit Renaissance. This was an absolutely loaded Grosse Pointe South team a year ago, and you just look at their starting lineup with Cameron Richards, the only senior in the starting 5. They're also starting a freshman and 2 sophomores. So a very young squad here on the road for Grosse Pointe South. Cougars, on the other hand, we mentioned those 4 senior captains. Plenty of experience in that lineup. And they're finally fully healthy. Lost so many key components to their team last year due to injuries. And they took their lumps last year in MAC Red play and throughout the year, but appear to be pretty hungry and poised perhaps to really make some noise in the MAC Red standings this year. Toko taking no prisoners, comes down with that defensive rebound. Terrific passing up ahead to Maloney, who couldn't cash in. And then a quick steal by Andrews, who misses the layup. Andrews comes out with it. Over to Toko, look out. Off the front iron, no good. That's kind of been the story thus far for Dakota. They've had plenty of chances to really blow open this basketball game and just haven't been able to turn them into points. Richards, crossover, pull-up jumper, 15-footer, no good. Tapped around and controlled by Andrews. Andrews looks up court. Will get it up to Maloney. Maloney able to use the high glass to her advantage and banks it home. 27-15 the edge now for the Cougars. Richards goes behind the back. Up ahead, two-time. Too much of her there on the defensive end. It leads to another Grosse Pointe South turnover. Under 30 seconds to play in the first half. Andrews crosses over, gives over to Toko. Andrews floats a pass inside. Tambry Williams gets involved in the scoring. She has 4. Grosse Pointe South will see if they perhaps hold for one final shot. Looking to go into the corner. Pass just out of the reach of Stoller. Ava Sogren checking back into the basketball game with her 3 fouls. 8 seconds, plenty of opportunity here for the Cougars to get this up into the front court. And instead, they're just going to launch a pass. It wasn't a very good one. And Toko going to have a little bit of a chuckle to herself. So now Grosse Pointe South an opportunity to trim this lead heading into halftime. Stoller catches, runs directly into her teammate Richards. And now you get a timeout called by Grosse Pointe South, as they're going to want to diagram a play here for one final shot before the halftime buzzer. So it was a 3-point Cougar lead after 1 quarter of play. The lead has swelled up to 14, 29-15. The Dakota advantage right now. More than likely, this basketball is going to go through the hands of Cameron Richards here on this final half-court set. Both teams break their huddles. Richards, 32 in blue, receives some final instructions from her head coach. It's going to be a tough trigger. Devereaux's going to throw it in from directly in front of the Dakota bench. They're trying to get the ball to Richards. And the pass sails over her head and out of bounds. So now the Cougars will get to inbound from the exact same spot. Grosse Pointe South going to bring a sub in. Stoller. And they're going to go to Berger here. Berger gets cut off, collides with Richards, and it's going to be an offensive foul. And that's a big foul because that'll be Berger's 3rd. She's going to have to come out of this basketball game. She's going to get replaced by Petrovic. So going forward, Ella Berger, probably the most important player offensively for Dakota, is going to be saddled with those 3 fouls. Kind of a crazy ending to this first half. And now Richards is going to slip, and she's going to be unable to get a shot off, and that will do it for the first half of play. The home team, the Dakota Cougars, out in front. 29-15 your score. The 2 teams will head to the respective locker rooms. We'll take a quick break here on Chippewa Valley Cable. But when we come back, the start of the second half of play. Don't go anywhere.
Let's clear the smoke about marijuana. Marijuana and teens, what research tells us.
Did you know that marijuana can negatively affect a teen's ability to learn?
A teen who uses is 4 times more likely to report D grades.
A teen that uses marijuana is 2 times more likely to drop out of school.
Marijuana is not safe.
Marijuana is not safe for our kids. Mobilizing Michigan, protecting our kids from marijuana.
Two teams back on the floor for the second half of play. Dakota Cougars out in front, 29-15 over the Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils. I'm Brad Fetters for Chippewa Valley Cable Television. And really, it was a terrific second quarter of play as the Cougars outscore the Blue Devils in that second frame, 19-8. They turned a 3-point lead into a 14-point lead. Grosse Pointe South, without the service of Madison Bernard, she went down with a scary knee injury in the first quarter of play, and she has a knee all wrapped up and is now being led off of the bench area and probably more than likely on her way to a medical facility to get that knee checked on. Bella Devereaux pulls up, draws a double team. This has been a swarming defense all night long for the Dakota Cougars. Berger goes up with the floater, no good. She's trying to track down her own rebound. Instead, just kind of swats it back to Toko. Andrews has it, picks up her dribble, draws a double team. Float pass inside. Council able to get it to go. Such a good in and out game for the Dakota Cougars. They are so deadly. They have long range shooters in the form of Toko and Berger. Berger does such a nice job driving to the hoop, and then you have the size of Townsend and Teuton. It is a terrific 1-2 punch. Grosse Pointe South, we talked about their struggles offensively, averaging just 40 points per game, and this offense pretty much goes exclusively through Cameron Richards, who has the basketball now. Devereaux into the corner, three, misses its mark. Simone Andrews from her guard position comes down with the rebound. Puts on the brakes, goes up top of the key to Teuton. Over to Toko, and it's miscommunication. She was looking to hook up with Andrews there. Andrews instead watches that pass sail out of bounds. Richards catching in the backcourt, looks up ahead, finds Stoller on the right wing. Bockert inside, her sister Elsa gets cut off. Back up top to Olivia Bockert, three on the way, no good. Rims off straight into the hands of Andrews. Andrews looking to push it up floor, does a little pirouette at midcourt. Berger, Teuton, took a little bit of a swipe across the head. Toko launches, no good. Teuton unable to come down with that rebound. And instead, it's a quick turnover and easy points once again for Townsend. Townsend, the 2 buckets in this third quarter. And now Richards steps out of bounds. Boy, oh boy, Richards has played pretty much the entire game. She isn't yet really to sit down. She has such a tough time getting up off the floor as Townsend goes up again. They're going to say that was contact, all basketball. Devereaux back to Richards. Richards cut off. Nice individual move to even get that shot up. And instead it's a tough luck miss for Bockert. Back out to Richards. Thought about the three, instead goes up with the ball fake. 18-footer, no good. As it bounced off the top of the net, Ava Solgren let out a very audible no at the referee's call. Cheery's got a technical called in this game, and the bench trying to quiet her down. So they'll call the foul on Teuton. Richards able to bang home the first. Townsend checks out, replaced on the floor by senior Angela Petrovich. Petrovich going to play softball next season at Central Michigan University. So Richards able to hit both. Gives her a team high 9. Berger over to Andrews. Andrews just 2 points in this basketball game, but has done a terrific job with plenty of assists. And now we're going to get a blocking call. Nearly Berger's 4. Instead, they're going to call the block. So put Ella Berger back to the line. Grosse Pointe South going to utilize these 2 shots and bring their 3 guards over to diagram their next play. Berger's first is good, gives her a game high 11. Simone Andrews having a conversation with her head coach, Phil McCune. He pats her on the back and sends her on her way. Berger's second is no good. Teuton, good anticipation, comes down with the offensive rebound. Berger drives inside, can't get it to fall. Gonna shake everything off, and let's see here. Gonna call foul on, I believe, Teuton. It's her third, so all of a sudden the foul is beginning to really add up here. So Teuton has 3, Townsend has 3, and I believe Berger has 3 as well. So technically your big 3, all with 3 personal fouls. Toko ties up, and she'll walk away. She ties up with Devereaux, possession arrow favoring Dakota. Andrews, little head fake, gets it right back. being checked by Stoller. Bounce pass to Petrovic. Kept out of bounds. Last touch by Richards and the Blue Devils.
Keep working, Dakota.
Toko to Andrews. Scans the offensive end of the floor. Well, bad spacing there for Dakota. They had two players in the same spot. Pass in and out of the hands of Petrovic. A little hesitation move by Stoller. She floated up a shot, couldn't get it to fall. Possession will stay with Grosse Pointe South. Cougars in front, 34-17. 4:49 left to go, third quarter of play. Bakker up top to Devereaux, gets it right over to Richards. Three on the way is good. Richards has done everything she can to keep her Blue Devils in this basketball game. Andrews crosses over the big, giant Cougar logo at midcourt. Talk about an up and under attempt by Berger. Misses everything. And now Berger's going to apply some pressure on Richards. That gets the student section happy. And we're going to get a foul. Nope, we're going to get a 10-second violation called against the Blue Devils. Took too much time in the backcourt. That'll be another turnover for Grosse Pointe South. Cougar basketball. Simone Andrews to Toko. Bounce, quick pass over to Berger. Petrovic is looking to go to Williams. She hits the deck. And now you got three Cougars in the backcourt applying all kinds of pressure. Stoller finally able to get it over the timeline. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Dakota. Just four different Blue Devils that factored into the scoring tonight. Mentioned Richards with 12. Stoller and Olivia Bakker have 3. And the injured Madison Bernard has 2. Richards, Euro step, slides in and scores. What a pretty move. .34-22, Berger looking for the answer, can't get it. Dangerous play, all kinds of players hitting the deck now. And Andrews answers right back. Another steal at the half-court line. Berger catches along the baseline. Little no-look pass. What a pretty play there for Williams. And now a tie-up. They're going to call a foul on Grosse Pointe South. Ella Berger, you can just see high basketball IQ, has full control of her game, and no-look pass was a terrific example of that. She's going to go to the top of the key. Toko holds the ball high above her head. We'll go over to Petrovic. Petrovic with a little crossover, has her pocket pick. Demuzio out in transition, can't get it to fall. Berger, the one that comes down with the rebound. Berger now stripped away. Demuzio all over the place. And they're going to say no foul, out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Blue Devils, however. Boy, oh boy, Demuzio hit the floor hard twice. Standing around here for Grosse Pointe South. They got to get this ball in, and now a 5-second violation. Townsell called for the basketball. Didn't get it. That's a long range 2. Ball comes all the way into the hands of Stoller. Stoller has it. Forced to pick up her dribble. Goes to Richards. Richards gets it over the timeline. Into the corner. Clean catch by Olivia Bakker. On the cut. Stoller reached back, couldn't corral it. Toko draws contact. and gets called for the travel. Toko puts out two hands as if to say, I got pushed. That's why I traveled. I'm not going to win that argument. So all of a sudden, this has turned into full out battle. Two teams have pretty much forgotten about scoring. Physical nature has really amped up as Grosse Pointe South continues to look for a way to get themselves back into this game. May Franzoni off the bench. Toko has it. Goes back to Andrews. Draws immediate double team as she comes over the half-court stripe. Toko unafraid to shoot the three. She's got a green light. Can't cash in this time. Devereaux and Duff into the game for Grosse Pointe South. Andrews, foot on the line too. Gives Andrews 6 points. Richards snakes her way through the Dakota defense and turns it over with a pass. That was a little too high. 38-22, minute 43 now left to go in the third quarter. Andrews up ahead, a little touch shot by Franzoni. Now a tie up directly underneath the basket. Alternating arrow favoring Grosse Pointe South. Cougars continuing to apply that full court pressure. Richards, coast to coast, can't get the jumper to fall. Out of bounds, last touch by the Blue Devils.
Stop 32, you stop the team. Stop 32.
Andrews up by the Toko. Andrews gets it right back. And now a foul by Madison Duff. Just a third team foul. Both teams now with 3 team fouls. Boys Cougar team is hit the floor. They're awaiting their turn as this is game 1 of a girls boys doubleheader, varsity doubleheader, both league games here tonight in the MAC Red. Boys playing Lance Cruz North. Tie up. Crusaders looking to come in and play the spoilers on the Cougars' home floor. Battle of 21 Mile Road. 1 minute left to go now in the third. Andrews works her way around a screen. Dishes off the two-time, gets it back. Can't get it to fall. A little bit of a lid on the bucket here in this third quarter. Just 9 points for the Cougars, 7 for Grosse Pointe South. A little helter-skelter here on both ends of the floor. The two teams trade turnovers. Boy, oh boy. Like a basket brawl at this point. Two-time. Over to Toko, gets it right back. Takes a turnaround jumper right on that MAC logo, painted in the paint. Two-time, just 4 points. Just gotten the job done defensively. Haven't needed her scoring here tonight. Case in point, tap away there by the senior captain, Hannah Toutant. Grosse Pointe South gonna have to hurry now as they will throw this pass in from the end of their bench. They trail by 18, 40-22 your score. 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter. It'll be Devereaux to throw in. And she finds a streaking Vackert, Olivia Vackert. She beats the buzzer. See if Dakota can hoist one final time. They won't even get a shot off. And that will do it. 3 quarters in the books. The Dakota Cougars on their home floor lead it 40-24. Take another quick break here on Chippewa Valley Cable, but when we come back, it'll be the start of the fourth quarter of play.
1 in 7 teenagers surveyed have reported using prescription drugs to get high. This means using medications that were not prescribed to them. Many teenagers say they can easily get prescription drugs from their family's medicine cabinets or in homes of relatives and friends. Prescription drug abuse is the second leading cause of accidental death in the U.S. Properly dispose of unused medication and secure your prescription drugs.
We are back. Fourth quarter of play. Cougars in front of the Blue Devils here. Mac Red basketball. 40-24 your score. Grosse Pointe South squad with the basketball have been led all night long by their senior captain Cameron Richards. Has 14 points in the game. 14 of 24. And Blue Devils continue to look for some secondary scoring. They're going to call a timeout. So it'll give us an opportunity to tell you future schedule for your Dakota Cougars. Got a home game coming up against Port Huron before going on the road. They'll take the trip down south to take on Grosse Pointe North before returning home to take on Mac Red opponents Eisenhower and Port Huron Northern. So a bunch of league contests coming up as they will really get into that heart of the schedule now. As we mentioned, Dakota, the lone team within the Mac Red that's only played one league contest. We're off to that perfect 1-0 start, currently looking up at the Port Huron Big Reds, who are a perfect 3-0 in Mac Red play and 9-2 overall. It's a Port Huron squad that really gets it done defensively, giving up just 30 points per ball game while only scoring 40. So that, when those teams hook up, is going to be a real contrast in styles. So we know this is a Dakota Cougar team that likes to score, averaging nearly 60 points per game against a Port Huron squad that only gives up 30. And they're going to count that one and the foul. Elsa Backert's first bucket of the game, and she'll go to the line to see if she can complete the three-point play. We're going to get Tambry Williams, her first, just the fourth on the Cougars. So this is a Dakota team that is not in foul trouble. Backert's freebie is good. First 3 points of the quarter belong to the Blue Devils. They still trail by 13, 40-27 your score. That's going to be Devereaux that comes away with it. We'll see if Grosse Pointe South can perhaps go on a little bit of a run here to get themselves back in the basketball game. It's baby steps. Just get that lead down to single digits, and then who knows? Devereaux has it, drives, kicks it out to the wing. Sogren's long two's no good. Toko on the receiving end of that defensive rebound. She picks up the rebound and the pass over to Toutant. Toutant running the floor well. Berger goes up with the ball fake, no looks over to Toko. Toko's three on the way, and she knocks it down. Her fourth make from distance. She now has 14. Terrific game out of the senior captain, Marissa Toko. And now it's going to be Berger, I believe, that's going to pick up her fourth personal. Townsell gonna check in. She replaces Tambry Williams, and now Simone Andrews is gonna come in for Ella Berger. Berger gonna sit down with those 4 fouls. We'll see how long Coach McCune allows her to sit. Ill-advised pass, a turnover. Toutant runs the floor. Over to Andrews. That's a 3. No good. Elsa Bockert comes down with the board. Richards gonna slowly walk it over the half-court line. Goes between the legs. She's strong to her left-hand side. Devereaux into the corner for number 33, Elsa Bockert. Long-range shot, short rebound, controlled by Sahlgren, and she goes up with the deuce. 43-29. Andrews, as they ring it around the perimeter. Pure shot out of the hands of Townsell. Townsell. Terrific effort with 8. And Dakota bench wanted a travel call. They don't get it. Tic-tac-toe passing, no good. Rebound comes all the way out to Gracie Maloney. Out in transition, she goes up smoothly, lays it up, lays it in. 47-29. Every time we thought Grosse Pointe South might get themselves back in this basketball game, Dakota's had an answer. And it really all starts the defensive side of the ball. They have clamped down and really have not allowed the Blue Devils any room to operate here tonight. There's a reason why this Cougar team only gives up 38 points per game, and they may hold this Blue Devil squad under that here tonight. It's a trapping defense that loves to apply that full court pressure. Weiss into the game, her first real action for Grosse Pointe South. She wears 20 in blue. It'll be Andrews that tracks down the rebound, looks up the court, puts on the speed burst, flips a pass to Toko, who finally misses from beyond the arc. Maloney into the corner, gets it. Doesn't feel any pressure from the defense. Over to Andrews. Her jumper's no good. And once again, Maloney grabs the offensive rebound. Second offensive rebound in this possession for the sophomore Gracie Maloney. 4:42 left to go in regulation, 47-29, the Cougar lead. Townsell holds the basketball high above her head. Townsell goes in with a little hook shot, gets harmed in the act of shooting, and will go to the line to shoot 1. So the and 1 free throw coming up now for Toutant. Isabel Stoller back into the game for Grosse Pointe South. Richards has to pick up her dribble, goes over to Stoller. Able to shake and bake her way into the front court. Toko after the air ball. Up ahead to Andrews. Richards nearly came away with the intercept, instead crashes into the Dakota bench. A little wraparound pass inside to Toutant. Richards catches cleanly. Up ahead to double deuces, Isabel Stoller. Bounce pass inside to Addison Weiss. Stoller to Richards. Richards drives baseline, little clear out. And a foul call in the act of shooting. They're going to give Marissa Toko. So we'll put Richards to the line to shoot 2. 3:59 left to go here in the fourth quarter. I don't know, something was on the floor. I don't know if it's a mouth guard or what it is. And bring it over to the scorer's table, whatever it is. Girls are having a little bit of a laugh about it. Richards first, off the back heel. So it's a split at the line for Cameron Richards. 50-30 your score. Townsell catches. Townsell went in with the shot, couldn't get it to fall. Toko to two-time. Back over to Andrews. Long range two on the way, no good. Box out, applied by Olivia Bockert, but it's the Cougars that come away with the basketball. Andrews has it, yo-yos it in her right hand. Inside to two-time, turnaround jumper's no good. Gracie Maloney can't get the foul up the fall. Townsell goes up strong with the right hand. It's tapped out. Maloney goes down and digs it up. Toko to Andrews, triple, no good. Tie-up. Townsell hits the deck. Townsell back up, is harmed, and will shoot two. Townsell with 6 points in the second half, 8 total in the game. Looking to add to that total here at the charity stripe. First gets a kind roll off the iron. Dakota's gotten 9 points via the free throw. Compared to just 6 from Grosse Pointe South. Muzio, bounce pass into the corner, just short. And two-time crashes hard to the deck. You get Muzio there for the hold. 6 team fouls, so both teams now have 6. Free throws the rest of the way for both squads. 51-30. Andrews catches that on the run, crosses over her defender Madison Duff, now picks up the dribble. Goes up ahead to Townsell, being guarded there by Richards. Townsell dumped the ball inside the two-time, can't get it to go. Addison Weiss comes away with the defensive rebound. Into the corner for Duff. She tries to hit from long range, can't get it to go. And two-time along the floor, tied up with now some wholesale changes. The old 5 for 5 that Coach McCune is so famous for. Trying to get you all these substitutions as quickly as possible. We'll try it right now. Oltersdorf into the game. Gracie Maloney into the game. Angela Petrovich along with India Reese. And number 23, Gianna Kruk. But a few fans making their way into the main gym here at Dakota. Stoller's shot no good. Petrovich with the rebound. Boys game coming up next. Oltersdorf out in transition at high dribble. Last touch by Alexis Oltersdorf, the junior. 2:01 now left to go, fourth quarter of play. Cameron Richards, so instrumental in the offense here tonight. She has half of the Blue Devils' points tonight. Another foul. I'll put Richards to the line to shoot 2. We talked about the Dakota upcoming schedule. For Grosse Pointe South, they're going to more than likely look to put an end to a 5-game losing streak. They're going to stay on the road this week as they will take on Eisenhower in Ike's home gym before returning home to take on Port Huron Northern and their rivals, Grosse Pointe North. They've already played the Norsemen once. It's a 56-41 victory for Grosse Pointe North. in that rivalry contest. Duff has it. And gonna get Petrovich for a push. This will put Richards back on the line to shoot a 1-and-1. 8th team foul on Dakota. So still just the bonus for the Blue Devils. Richards first is good. Second no good, so split at the line for Richards. Reese has it. Defers to Petrovich. Petrovich right along that Cougar logo at midcourt. Just out of the reach of Tegan Maloney. Or Tegan Malloy, rather. Malloy, a sophomore. Richards calls out the play call. Instead, takes it all the way in herself. Can't get her runner to fall. Reese. Malloy. Back up top to Petrovich. Over to Oltersdorf along the left wing. Oltersdorf hands off to Petrovich. And pretty much just play a stall game at this point, up 20 points. Reese into the corner for Oltersdorf. She eyes the three. She wants it. She can't get it to fall. And now Reese from over top. Get over the back call against Reese. Croc out of the game. May Franzoni back in. Isabel Stollers knocked down a triple in this game. And stuck on 3 points since the second quarter. Can't get the front half of the 1-and-1 to go. So let's see what the Cougars elect to do here offensively with this 20-point lead. In just 40 seconds up on the big board. Reese drives in, floats one up, doesn't get it to fall. Olivia Bockert goes coast to coast. And one would think the Cougars, well, no, they're going to turn it over. Devereaux puts on the brakes, tapped out of bounds. So last touch by Dakota. So 17 seconds remaining in regulation. More and more people continue to pour in for the boys' game. That will start immediately following this one. And Devereaux to trigger, will go up top. Pass tipped by Petrovich. She's out in transition. She goes up strong with the shot. Tapped out of bounds with 9 seconds left to go. Franzoni. And Malloy wanted the three. Petrovich with another offensive rebound and threw it directly to Duff. And that will do it. Final score, Dakota Cougars 51, the Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils 33. The Cougars improved to 8-2 overall and 2-0 in the MAC Red. Grosse Pointe South falls to 1-7, 0-3 within league play. I'd like to thank all of our viewers for watching us here on Chippewa Valley Cable Television. For our hardworking crew, I'm Brad Fetter saying goodnight one final time for Dakota High School. Once again, your final score, the home team, the Cougars, win it 51-33. We'll see you next time right here on Chippewa Valley Cable.